Yo, 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 welcome to Team Raddtitan, and today we are going to be reviewing the Prime 1 Studios Guyver. This is the Ultimate Edition. Alex has just picked this up, so stay tuned to hear what we think.
Hey everyone, it's Alex and Gio from Raddtitan.
Yo!
And as Gio was saying, we're here today and we're looking at the Guyver 1 by Prime 1 Studios. This is the Ultimate Edition, comes with the bust and this torso as well. So I ordered this probably about a year and a half, 2 years ago. I've been waiting for the piece to come through. I've been very fortunate in a way where I didn't want to see this before I got it in hand. I attended a lot of conventions and very fortunate. So a lot of the conventions Prime 1 were there, but they never brought the piece with them. So so the first time I saw this was last Thursday when it was delivered. George and I arranged to meet up today, which is Monday, and when the parcel arrived, I literally phoned George and I said, "There's no fucking chance in hell I am waiting for you. I'm opening this now," and it's probably the most anticipated piece I've ever had since collecting. So just want to put it out there.
Well, yeah, it was on your list, wasn't it? When we first started, 5 pieces that you wish were made. Which scale? Which scale? Which company and all that business? And you did pick the Guyver. You wanted the Guyver in a quarter scale piece. You did have the 1/6 one. It's one of the first pieces you ever had, like a kit or something.
Yeah, it wasn't very good.
Well, compared to this,
the blades were put on upside down as well.
Yeah,
it's actually it was a good kit, but it was put together wrong.
It does happen.
And painted the wrong colour.
Yeah, you confound the issue.
So again, I'm a big Guyver fan from the anime. I've not really read the manga. I got the 12-part series when it came out on video.
Video? What is that? What is video, man?
So what they did was they actually released it like a monthly installments.
Yeah.
So literally they were 12 parts. They were like 28 minutes or so.
I remember the first 6 being good.
Yeah, the first 6 are very good. So I literally had to go into like Woolworths and buy them as they kind of came out.
Good old Woolworths.
They were $5.99.
Good old Woolworths.
So I ended up paying, like, what's that, for 12?
It's quite
like 72 quid. For like,
buy them now for about £3.50.
yeah, well, I've got the DVD there and I paid like 6 quid for it. So,
money well spent.
Yeah, but
I did the same stupid shit with Sopranos. Don't worry.
I've still got the VHS sleeves, and they've got like
nice
the
covers.
artwork's
really nice. Yeah.
So yeah, I've been a big fan since then. I don't really like the movie version with Mark Hamill. I do like the movie version with David Hayter, the second one.
I think they're both shit.
I have the Guyver bust from ECC.
It's a nice piece.
Because Steve Wang actually directed the Guyver films, so he made that.
Did you do them both?
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
Cool.
So yeah, so that's that really. So I've always been a big fan of always wanted it made. Anyway, I'll let you talk because I did the unboxing and I was super pumped. Let's go through George, see what he thinks about it because I'm ridiculously biased about this piece. So
no, it's hard really because you know I know when I saw Alex's video and then when I spoke to him on the phone, you know I know how much he cares about this character and stuff like that. And in some ways, when he likes it, it means it's going to be even better than you anticipate. It's not one of those hype things with him because he's actually really critical, especially of stuff that he really likes. So the fact that he's really pleased with it, I think, speaks volumes. I have to say, right off the bat, I'm not going to lie, I walked in here and I said this is the best Prime 1 piece I've ever seen. And I said that this is Statue of the Year. And in terms of what I've certainly seen over the last 12 months in person, it's an easy candidate. I haven't seen the Guts and I haven't seen the Zod and I haven't seen Vegeta. So there are some other pieces that are obviously in the fight. But for me, this is the most comprehensive and complete statue that I've seen this year.
I think what the Prime 1 pieces they do is they kind of turn the statue into a diorama. So they with
this maybe. I mean,
the Guts with the
the gut stuff,
Witcher.
the anime stuff,
Well,
usually. I mean, I don't own any of those pieces. I have Anti-Venom. It's okay. I have the 2099. That's a really nice piece. For me, that was one of the best pieces that they produced until I saw this one. There's a, you know what it is? It's a lot of small details all over the place that really the extra miles being given. For example, the eyes really blew me away. The eyes are like they're almost glowing under the lights. There's a translucent, like almost a gem thing sitting in his eyes, and they look amazing. You've got the chrome parts. You know you've of the what they called them balls that he has in his head.
Well, like antenna, they like they guide him.
Yeah, he's got one on his chest, and he's got a couple of red and gold ones all over the place.
Abdomen's different. One of the abdomens is like gravity control, and that one's more like sensors.
Yeah, because they move, didn't they? I remember in the film and in the mangas, they move when things come behind him or near him. So they're a sensory system. But in terms of just the amount of textures, colours, and the contrast of the whole thing, it's one of the best I've seen. Like one of the best I've seen ever. So I was blown away by it. I like Guyver. We watched it together when we were kids. Alex was always much more sort of into it, and I'm glad because this is fucking monstrous, like huge. This base, I said to Alex, I think this base might be pretty much the same size as the Thanos on Throne, just the base alone, because it looks like it's around 18 by 22 by 20, something like that. It's massive. So that's very, very close to those dimensions.
Well, the base is massive. I mean, the base on its own must weigh 12 kilos.
Yeah, when I came in, I have a tendency to touch things. I'm quite confident in the fact that I won't break anything. So I took the arm out, and that's super heavy, really well detailed. Let's start at the base, and we'll go through this with a little bit more structure. Spoiler alert, yeah, I think this is going to be very hard. I think Prime 1 has had a fantastic year. I know that their group on Facebook isn't the most open, or it's very well censored and stuff like that, which isn't great. I know they release like loads of pre-orders and not as many pieces as they promote, but I think some of the stuff that's come out this year has been arguably very, 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 very strong, like top level stuff. So let's get into this. We'll start at the base and we'll work our way up, Raddtitan style. Yeah, go.
All right. So the base is the Guyver unit. So you have the Guyver unit on the base here. You have it more of it's kind of like a silvery metallic.
Quite dark, isn't it?
Yeah, it's not the kind of colours of the unit as it is, because you would kind of have the purples running through these kind of coils.
Yeah.
I think what they've done is they've made it all silver just so it doesn't take away the focus.
Yeah, I think you're right.
So you have that kind of continuous silver there.
It's the only really thing you could say that is kind of like a bit boring and a bit dull, but it looks to me like it's completely intentional.
I think it's intentional. I mean, I think that if they did make this, I mean, normally I think
like the blue and then the purples, it would be too much, wouldn't
normally
it? Normally,
like really these parts are all like a blacky purple, like
mauve in it. It's almost like mauve.
Where it's got the purples in there, and then these parts, these panels are a bit darker, and then you kind of have the silver balls all around it. So they've done that obviously intentionally so that it doesn't take the focus away from the statue, because also that goes on to the other part as well, where with you got all the rocks. I'll go on to the rocks first. So you got all of the rocks here as well, and then you got the tree. The rocks are done really, really well.
That's how XM should do rocks.
Yeah,
that's exactly how you should do them.
The colours, the separation. When I saw
so much contrast in there, different colours.
The rock here in images before, I actually thought it was a seam, but it's where one of his sonic blades have
the blades are all marked all over this. The tree all over the place.
So there's been a fight, and he's basically been slashing all over the gaff. The only thing
actually could be from his nails as well. Could be from the geezer's nails.
I would say that this one's more from
that. Looks like nails to me.
That's the nails, definitely. Yeah.
So nice though, clever.
So and then you got the tree. I think the tree is probably the weakest part. I think the tree could be a bit flat. It's a bit washed out. But again, I think Prime 1 has a tendency to do that, so it doesn't take the focus away from the actual main character. I think it could be a bit more browns, a bit more, and then also you got the seam on there. They could have concealed that a bit better. They tried to conceal it within a few kind of slashes, but they could have concealed it a touch better. But
I think that's fine. I agree with you on the colours. Maybe some lighter highlights, but it looks to me like maybe it's a dead tree.
Maybe
it looks like it's a dead tree, and I actually think that seems fantastic with this. I don't think that's too bad.
But again, I'm just trying to find. Yeah.
It's desperate, man.
But I mean, like,
it really is, because I mean, if you look behind there, that does look like a slash. It really does. It looks exactly like it's meant. I mean, how would you otherwise do it? I don't think you can make that any more seamless.
The angle, I would have had it here. So I would have had it within that part. I would have had it within that slash instead.
Yeah, but it's still going to go round the back. It's all right for the front, but it's still going to go round the back.
The thing is about it as well is the position you're going to pose it from. His leg block totally blocks it.
That's well desperate.
But again, I mean,
That's so fucking.
I'm just trying to.
I mean, that is like
flaws.
That is real.
That's
ground level desperation.
Then you have like all the blood on the base. You can see where the reds are darker, where it's kind of pooling, and the arterial blood that's coming out.
Good work. Look at you, man, with arterial. Go on, my son.
Yeah.
Nice.
I knew you were going to go for that one.
I was so going to go for that. It's definitely a fatal wound. Yeah, good call. Nice.
I love as well, like, unfortunately, you can't really see it from this kind of angle, but the splats are all on the back of the rocks. Looks fantastic. And then you go onto the Zoinoid, so that's Ramuth. You look at where he's been slashed, and it's like the clean slash across his arms,
completely.
Which looks like it's kind of been done more recent. The one at the back.
It's so recent. Yeah, that's so recent across the arm that
the arm's just falling.
What it is because like in the mangas, as he slashed him, the blood is still in the middle of the muscles and everything. It's still pumping. So you've got basically like dried, sort of like still moving blood going on through the slash, which is just unbelievable.
The way the blades are, they don't cauterize.
Yeah.
So
but they've managed to capture with the paint and the sculpt, it actually appearing like that wound has just happened. Not that it's old, not that it's like he's been sitting there for 10 minutes.
Well, that's kind of what happens is he'll like, if he runs and slashes someone, it's like he'll slash them and they'll literally be kind of standing there for like a 10 seconds or so, and then all of a sudden it'll be like...
I like that, yeah.
And then you got like on the back where it looks like it was done a little bit earlier, and you've actually got the things starting to kind of come out a little more.
Yeah, some of his
like
organs.
Like a liver coming out there.
It looks like a liver, yeah.
You can kind of see all his ribs, you can see his lungs.
Spine's
it's almost a shame that that's kind of hidden there, because that detail is amazing. Yeah, but it's gory as fuck.
It's also a little bit of like a Easter egg.
Yeah,
it's like something that you find, details that you find as you're looking into the piece more. What I find amazing as well, certainly on the Ramuth part, is the
stick to Ramuth.
Yeah, the hairs, the sculpt on the hairs are really, really, really intricate. The work, you can clearly see the nails, both nails. All of the hand sets are translucent resin. Reminds me of American Werewolf in London, how them nails are done with like a blacky sort of edge going to like a nice yellowy sort of grey tinge.
When he's changing,
when he's changing,
Blue Moon?
No, that's exactly it. It is Blue Moon, yeah. Yeah, it's exactly like that. It looks like that. You've got the creases into the hand, the details in the hand where the articulation of the hand is moving, and he's like reaching out. It's just stunning.
I love it as well,
and the face is great.
Yeah, because in the anime, whenever the Zoinoids kind of speak, it's quite bad. Their mouths don't move when they speak.
Yeah.
So it's like they always have that kind of big grin on their face.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
And I love that look on his face. I love that. It's almost like even though he's dead, he's pretty much dead. He's still got that smug cunt grin on his face. And I just love that. And I love the way the teeth have been done.
Yeah.
The gums are great. The only thing I did say to George was a part where the gum comes up. I think it could just continue just a touch more.
It's where the insert is. Where the insert of the teeth has been put in the inside of the mouth.
I think there's a bit too much of a gap especially on his right. But again, I think the Ramuth is absolutely fantastic. Again, I think with this, you need to pose it. I think if you pose this statue high, like mid to high level, I think you get the best out of it because you get to see the Ramuth.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I think the problem with Guyver 3 is Gregor. He's
upside down
facing away, upside down facing away.
Yeah, he's like on his front, he's like on his back, isn't he? So you want to probably that lower.
And also the thing I did say on the unboxing, I do really love about this Guyver line is I love the way that the bases are so there's so much going on with them that
Yeah.
it is basically a diorama.
Easy.
And because of that, it kind of, even though this was, I think it was $1,000.
Worth
And then
it
it was $170 to ship because there were 2 massive boxes. I was very lucky with tax, and I had to pay £53 in tax, but that's very lucky.
Very good.
I think someone else in London had to pay £143. But overall, I'm very happy with the price because I have no need now to buy a Ramu statue if they release one.
No.
Because I've already got it.
And you would have done as well, wouldn't you? You'd have probably bought one of them.
If they probably released one, I probably would. I mean, they did do a tease for a Zerubu boost, and I would like them to still do that because he is really big.
I like the fact there's blood all in one ear and the other ear is clean. And I like how well done the eyes are done.
Well,
the eyes are really done because they've got like a yellow in on the outside and a piercing white in the centre.
Where that blood is all coming down.
Yeah, like a drip, like a big drip in it. Really good. I mean, amazing. The details on the... I mean, for me, I think the rocks, the way they're shaded and painted, there's no corners cut here. They're perfect. There's so much going on. You almost think they're real rocks. That's how good, that's how well shaded they've got, the highlighted edges, and then they've got all sort of scuffs and cracks and all sorts of different things going on. Yeah. Amazing. Loads of colours in there. It's probably about 15 colours in there.
And then we go on and we're moving on. Are we ready for this?
Yeah, go, yeah.
We're going to go to this.
Go.
And we move on to the actual Guyver. And the thing with the Guyver, is he is actually very textured and very
it is, yeah. It looks armoured, doesn't it?
He has that kind of look about him where he is armoured, but he's still organic. And
organic
he basically has
like
all of these kind of little kind of pit holes and bubbles and things. He has that on him anyway.
Like it's alive, isn't it?
Is quite kind of, they capture that effect very well.
I
love the the muscle where we have all the purple running through it, captures really well in this light. The body, again, I mean, it's exactly straight out of the anime. I mean, it's like the sort of typical long legs, short torso. The way they do them.
Oh yeah. And he could kick you in the face from across the room, innit?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I measured this, and he would literally be 6'8".
Yeah, it's pretty good size. It's good size.
I don't know how big the guy is meant to be. Again, this is the Ultimate Edition. So this is the one with the actual Mega Smasher, and we've decided to put on the
big blades,
the large Sonic blades. So these actually come off quite well, and you can change them to the smaller ones if you wish very easily.
He had it like that, but I thought that was a bit limp, man.
Well, the way I did that was because of I liked that on that arm there.
Yeah, I get it, but
because you get 4 small blades, but you only get 2 of these long ones.
Yeah.
So with that you could only do certain things, but you can change those. They're very easy to change.
It is really good actually,
and they're very strong magnets, so they stay in place. And be careful because I mean,
but it's good that there's a bit of play where it's not, you know what I mean? Because if you knock it, you just don't want to knock it that way.
Well, I just mean leverage. You're going to knock it off no matter how strong that magnet is, and they've got a little bit of a kind of flex in there as well.
I like the fact that doesn't go beyond the bases too. They've thought about that, like in terms of like that part that's deep.
Oh, the depth, yeah.
Yeah, that's clever because if it was,
they didn't think about it with your anti-venom, did they?
No, they didn't. No.
So I mean, this, and then you got the. I've got the Ultimate bust, but I've got the regular head on there, and I love this head. When I took this out of the box, I was just like blown away.
Yeah, it's amazing.
They have done such a good job on the head. I mean, as George was saying, the eyes are like almost like a clear pinky kind of colour, and it really captures the light.
So well.
Put on top, and then you got
they glow. They look like there's a light up in there. That's how good they're done.
You got like the antenniples there. You got the control metal here. You got the laser there. There's just so many like little colours, and they're all metallic, and they all kind of pop. Also, the collarbone parts are done very, very well,
and they don't separate as well. Surprised me. That really surprised me.
So
glows lovely, and that chest part, the clear resin chest part for the Mega Smash is fucking brilliant.
I mean,
so brilliant.
You could potentially say, well, if you want to take it to the next level, you could have added like a pulsing light for the Mega Smasher. you know. But then again, I don't really use light ups.
Nah, I don't either. I wouldn't give that.
What we do is
switch them over.
Yeah, what we should have done actually is done it the other way around, because this is the regular head.
We'll just change the heads over.
And this is then the.
That's fucking wicked and all.
The exclusive head, so it should, you know, it comes like that on the bust. So that is the half unmasked head, so you can see.
That's just wicked.
It's
just wicked as well. I just love that too.
I
love the fact that it's bang on for the anime. The big, you know, the big eyes, like the big sort of the Asian-y look, but with them really big eyes.
Well, the first of the 12-part series, the first cover, he actually has half his face like that, and he's ripping it open, and that could have been maybe a nice switch out, because I mean, at the moment you actually get 2 left arms that are exactly the same for the bust and for this, so they could have probably given you the one where he's ripping it off, and I would have quite liked to see that, because the first cover for me is quite iconic.
I think it affects the composition too much. Personally, I said to Alex, I think it would compromise the pose, because if you're looking at it the way you want to see it, that left arm being down sort of, and the twist through the abdomen means that the whole body's sort of open. And as soon as you take that and you put your arm here, you're sort of blocking this side. No matter how you do it, if you lift the arm, bring it away, it just ends up looking really awkward, like and unnatural. So the way it would be done is like this way, and that would just block all of his sort of armor, serratus, this sort of breakup of textures and colors here. The whole body's so open. I don't think personally it would work as well. I mean, it's a nice option to have, definitely agree, but I think you're getting more than the money's worth that you deserve here.
Well, I think with the 2 busts, it could have kind of made it work somehow. It's just, again, I mean, you know, this piece for me, I'm not complaining at all. This piece is fantastic, but I'm just clutching at straws.
Great skin texture in there as well. Great skin colours. He's got a good focused look on his face. That looks great as well.
Yeah. So again, that's the ultimate add-on. What actually was going to happen is they mentioned about the bust, and they actually said at one point they were going to sell the bust, but you wouldn't be able to put it onto the body, and there was a big kind of uproar about that, saying, well, what's the point? You know, what's the point of making it if you can't switch it out?
Yeah, I totally agree with that.
They managed to make it work, which I'm really happy they did.
And you've got quite a nice seamless back there as well, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, there's been some people who have had problems with their backs. All right, let me just take these off, because we're going to switch to busts. And I don't really want to risk loads of things.
Okay, yeah, I'll take it. Ah, that's good. The hand comes out separately as well.
It's like loads of parts. So this comes out like that. Quite weighty as well.
Yeah, it is actually. It's really heavy.
And then,
so wicked, man. That purple's in there. The purple's in there. And look at that with all the attachments, like the string, sort of, you know, the fibres coming away. It's beautiful, man. Really is. It's really special, that. It's very heavy, that is. Jesus Christ. Do you need me to do this?
I'm trying to work out where it is. There you go. And pass that one back.
Which one?
The bust.
Oh, okay. Do you want a head?
And so then this is the way, you know, the regular. I don't think is that arm there. Is it?
Which up one? The up arm.
Actually, we can have that, because I quite like this arm, and I prefer this arm with the big sonic blade, because it looks like.
Do you put the blades? Did you put the big blade on the other one or not?
You can do.
Let me just have a look at it. Is that the bust is clear? Because
and the bust as well. The actual bottom of the bust is quite weighty as well.
Yeah, that's wicked, but still.
And you can change it to 2 fists if you want.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Always got to have the big blades.
Right, then put the fist in, because it looks like because that's what he always does. Whenever he's kind of getting the blades out, he's like, you know, kind of squeezes his. You know,
it's almost like they're interconnected. Then hand comes like that.
Yeah, well, he does like that. Whenever he wants, he's like.
See, I get what you're saying, but yeah, I like the open hand, man. I like the open hand on that.
Give me an arm.
Which one?
Any.
This one. Is that the right arm? I take that, and then I actually like the open hand. I'm gonna put the open hand. I don't care what you're talking about. That's really nice. The composition's perfect there. I like that. All right, and there. Well, I'm gonna turn this now, so I don't think I'm gonna touch you, but because it's gonna be frontal. Yeah, man. Fuck.
Full frontal.
Fuck your couch. That's proper. That is, mate.
So I mean, the to get the ultimate bust, it costs a couple $100 extra. But I do think that, you know, I think it's worthwhile. I think you get for the couple $100. I mean, that is that probably weighs like 3.5 kilos itself.
Does this go in there?
Sorry?
Does this arm go in there?
Yeah, of course.
Does it?
Yeah, you take off that one. You take off that one.
And you put that one in.
Yeah.
So you can have both. So there's quite a lot then of choice here.
But the hand doesn't change on that one.
All right, just take the blade out. I just want to see how this looks as well. It's a lot of choices then. Much more than I thought.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Just have a look how that looks. Pretty sexy still.
Yeah.
It's pretty sexy still. It's not as good.
Well, you could probably with
The
this,
two open hands though, I like.
Well, what about the open hands with the two small blades?
Yeah, you're probably right. I like it, man. I didn't realise you could do all these changes. It's really cool.
Yeah. Like quite a lot going on. There's been a few people though who've had issues with the backs.
That's the shit. That
seams on there. Mine is put the small blades on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can have a lot of fun with this, can you? I've got it. Don't worry.
Yeah.
My first rodeo, bitch. Good magnets in here as well. You really don't need to try. Just hold on to them though. So we'll pull straight out your hand. Yeah, it's nice. It's just got a lot of choices.
Yeah.
Personally, I think just for pure aggression of it, the violence of it, you need to have either that chest fucking open or the hand up. I think this is a little bit too relaxed, although the job is done. The job is done.
Yeah,
you can argue, he's like, yeah, man, work's done. Blades it in.
Not a fan of this arm.
It's not as good as the other one. Doesn't work as well.
I don't like that arm.
Doesn't work as well.
Like
but
there you go. That's better. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, baby.
Yeah, that's better. Oh shit.
And then we get. That's all right, but still, you know, you've got to do this. It has to be done. You've got to have the big blades at the party. You know.
Yeah. There you go. So I mean,
that's the answer. It's a nice option to have, but with this posing, there is just something that really works.
Yeah. Again, I mean, I'm super happy with this. Get the tape measure behind you.
Okay, so you want me to do it, or are you going to do it?
Yeah, you can do it.
All right. Okay, so we'll go with height then.
Well, the height's to the top of his aerial thing.
Oh, blimey. It's about there, isn't it?
About 30.5, isn't it?
Yeah, it's probably about there. So yeah, around about 77. I would say 77, 78 centimetres. So that's about 30, 31, 30 and a half. Not horrendous so far, but this is where business really starts to pick up. So width-wise, it's probably that arm is the most outstretched, right? So line that up.
His little finger comes out.
And then I would say the widest part is the other arm, which is just down here. So looking at the line, I would say it's about there, which is around 21. So around 54 centimetres, 55 centimetres at a push.
Yep, don't slap it.
And then you have the depth, which is going to be that outstretched hand, which isn't actually too far, actually. Right, you take the base. Got it?
Yeah, mine's about here.
I would say that's about there. It's around 18.5 inches, so around 47, 48 centimetres, I would say.
And then give me the tape measure. And then for the bust, you're going to, if you just wanted to buy the bust, you can buy the bust separately. So the bust is 13 inches high, and with the small blades, it's 12 inches wide, and depth is going to be nothing. So depth is going to be just like, what's that, about 6 inches, maybe less, maybe 5.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So, really exceptional work from Prime.
Sorry,
definitely the best piece I've seen from them.
I'm not picking this up to put on the scales.
I'm going to say it's probably about 20 kilos.
I mean, the boxes this came in, just the base was 19.8 kilos for the base box, which was the gross weight. Net weight was about 16 kilos. I'm guessing the base is about 11, 12 kilos, so about 25 pounds. And then the statue and things could probably take it up to probably, it's going to be about 20 kilos. So probably about, what's that, 45 pounds?
Yeah, easy. Definitely. I mean, huge congratulations, brothers. So I'm proud that you've got this in for yourself. I mean, I think that when all is said and done, you know, I still think this collection, no matter what happens, this piece will always be here. I think no matter what happens, if you quit and you sell everything else, I think this would probably be the only one that stays out of everything.
Well, I think, I mean, when the Guyver 3 comes in as well, and the Guyver bust, you know, that's quite a good little threesome going on there.
Oh yeah, ménage à trois.
So yeah, so I mean, I definitely am very, very, very happy with this. Prime One did a fantastic job. They knocked
no
it
corners
out of the
cut here. No.
And again,
Really
this has
good
always been a dream piece for me to do. This is actually a piece that I've not been very tempted. There's been a few characters I've been tempted to commission, and this was one of them at the time.
Thanks, Prime One.
Then,
you saved us some money.
Prime One announced it, and they were going to do it. So I thought I'll just wait and see what this is going to be like. They showed the images, and I was like, wow. And it's based on some artwork as well, which is really is exactly like this. The artwork. He's got like loads of Zoidoids like standing behind him as well. Really nice artwork. But yeah, Prime One, absolutely fantastic job.
Because you can't. It doesn't have the same sort of things as well. It's interesting because. You know, with the Transformer line and even some of their comic stuff, it's quite dull. The anime stuff this is the first one I've seen, but it's not the same. The whole paint scheme system is completely different. So, and all in a positive way, in a very good way. It makes me very, very excited to see things like Zod and Guts.
I think
and
this is
some
the
of the other
same artist who did the new Punisher by Sideshow. I think. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Richard Lung.
No.
He's one of them. He worked on Punisher.
No, someone who was on one of someone's chat recently. I think it might have been Bowles. I think he was on Bowles' chat.
Okay, I can't remember. I don't know. But yeah, amazing work. So obviously, if you've got it, let us know if you've ordered it. What you're displaying it with, man. What are you doing that? What Alex has done? Are you going to get the others in? Is this one of many?
The other one,
let us know what you think as well about the company of the year. What do you think? So we're coming up to the awards. Hopefully we get this review up within the next couple of weeks, so we've got a bit of time.
This one will get done quick.
So let us know what you think. I mean, I really think Prime One's at a very strong year.
This one's probably one I'm motivated to do, and I'll be.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah. This Lizard, we're still waiting on.
Captain America.
Captain America's still waiting on.
Where was I? Was going to say something important then.
Nah, I doubt it.
Fuck you. I can't remember if I was going to say that, but yeah, no, thanks guys. Thanks for. The other thing I was just going to say is the only one out of the other pieces they made so far. I mean, I may be tempted down the road to pick up Zero if it comes up in a trade or a deal. But other than that, one and three all the way.
Zero. Oh, like as in Zero. Right,
Zero's on the T-Rex
with the greens in it. It's got greens like black and golds and greens. It's like a cheaper sort of look to it than these ones.
Well, it's more from the manga. So it's more from the comics, and basically with the other pieces they have the Aptom, they have gigantic Dark. I have no interest in those at all, to be honest with you. So this and three were all the way. Anyway, thanks guys. Take care. Like, comment, subscribe, share, click the little bell, buy our t-shirts, do whatever, do everything.
Do it all. Peace.
Bye.